friends! Choosing a baby monitor can be really tough because when you start reading reviews, it seems like with every model, someone either loves it or they hate it. Well, in this video, I'm going to help you choose the best no Wi-Fi baby monitor for you. I personally tested the top 3 highly rated monitors. I'm going to include links to all 3 of them below, and if you use my links, I do earn a commission. And if you want the really short version, I'm going to recommend for most families the Infant Optics DXR8 Pro. But it's a little bit pricey and it's not the right choice for everybody. So watch the rest of the video to find out what I would recommend specifically for you. First up is the BabySense Max View. When you unbox it, you're gonna find it includes the parent unit, a camera, and chargers for both of them. It also includes mounting hardware to put it on the wall. And you'll notice that the chargers for the BabySense are USB-C, which is really convenient because you can use any USB-C charger. Next up is the Hello Baby monitor from Amazon. Its packaging is a lot more simple and it includes a camera, the parent unit, and chargers for each. It also includes wall mounting hardware. And last is the Infant Optics DXR8 Pro. It includes the camera, the parent unit, chargers for both, and a USB charger that you can use on the parent unit that's meant to be connected to a portable battery so you can extend the battery life with it. And it also includes an extra zoom lens. And it includes wall mounting hardware. When it comes to setup, all 3 of these baby monitors are really easy. You just take them out of the box, charge up the parent unit, and then turn the camera and the parent unit on, and you're good to go. This is one of the advantages of having a non-Wi-Fi baby monitor. They're very simple and easy to use. Non-Wi-Fi models are also great for taking with you when you're on vacation, for letting babysitters use, and a lot of people like them for being difficult to hack into. So let's take a look at what they look and sound like. I set up a scene in a bedroom and I turned on a sound machine with a lullaby. So this is what the BabySense monitor looks like. You can see that the picture's really good. The sound quality is nice. It's got 2 levels of zoom, and you can move the camera all around. You'll notice that the sound pauses when I move the camera. The camera movement does not make much sound at all that the baby would be able to hear. Here's what the Hello Baby one looks and sounds like. The sound level is a little bit softer on the Hello Baby compared to the BabySense. On this one, there is only 1 level of zoom, and you can still move the camera around lots of directions. I think the picture quality is still really great on this one. And here is the Infant Optics DXR8 Pro. You can hear the sound level is a little louder on this one compared to the Hello Baby, but it's about the same as the BabySense. This one has 2 levels of zoom, and you can move the camera all over. So then I wanted to see what they look like at night. So here is the bedroom made really dark, and you can see it's still very clear on the BabySense. There's not much light in this room at all. This is what it looks like on a phone camera, and this is how good it looks on the BabySense. Here's what it looks like on Hello Baby. It does get a little bit more blown out, but I still think you can see a reasonable amount with this one. And here's the night view on the Infant Optics. It's definitely really nice. So let's take a look at some of the features of the parent units. On the BabySense, I saw a lot of complaints online about this light on the side because it gets really bright if you want to leave it on in the dark in your room at night. Also, I saw some complaints about the stand here is kind of flimsy and pretty easy to break. I could definitely see that. Also, it's a little bit strange that you have to go into the menu to be able to change the brightness on the unit. This controls the night light, not the brightness. The Hello Baby unit does feel a little bit cheaper than the other ones, and if you can see on the screen, there's already some scratches, and I've only been using this for testing for just a few days, so it's a little bit surprising that it's already showing that. A complaint I saw about this one online a lot is that the minimum brightness on the screen is still really bright. So that's at the minimum brightness. Yeah, that would be blinding if it were in your room at night. And all 3 of these do have, this one they call it eco mode or sound activated mode. So it will turn off the screen if there's no sound, but that doesn't work very well if you are, for example, playing a lullaby like I am right now. For the Infant Optics, I like that the volume and brightness are right there on top. And this can also be used to turn off the screen like that. Actually, I think all three of them have that same feature. In the menu, you have a lot of nice options. You can turn audio alerts on and off. You also have options for how many lights are on the main monitor. So if you turn it to 0 lights, then this light turns off. And that's the minimum brightness on the Infant Optics. You can tell that's definitely dim enough for sleeping with. The controls on the Infant Optics are definitely the most intuitive and the easiest to use. I also tested the battery life on the parent units. I had their video on and sound on, and I left it running all night. The BabySense monitor lasted 10.5 hours. The Hello Baby monitor lasted over 14 hours, and it still had 2 bars left on it. So I gave up after 14 hours. The Hello Baby has a crazy good battery life. The Infant Optics lasted for 8 hours and 45 minutes. And then I wanted to see how far each one could stay connected. At first, I tried it outside so there was no obstructions. I set up the camera in my driveway, and then I took a walk with my little puppy to see how far down the road we could get. With BabySense and Hello Baby, both of them I got over 300 feet, which is a really long way. With the Infant Optics, I was surprised that I only got a little over 100 feet away. I'm suspecting the Infant Optics is really more bothered by interference, and there are a lot of Wi-Fi signals in my neighborhood, so I think that might be messing with it. But when I had the camera set up in an upstairs bedroom, I was able to go all the way down to the basement, so 2 floors below, with all 3 monitors with no problem. With that camera set up upstairs, I was able to take the BabySense and the Hello Baby outside. I could go all the way out to the mailbox and all the way around in the backyard and stay solidly connected. With the Infant Optics, I did lose signal if I went very far outside my door. I could not get all the way to the mailbox or very far into the backyard before it disconnected. I did test the temperature sensors on all 3 of them. All 3 of them will tell you what temperature it is in the baby's room, and it'll alert you if the temperature gets too hot or too cold. The BabySense seemed to be consistently off by about 4 degrees. The Hello Baby and Infant Optics seem to be right on with the temperature or within 1 degree. But I think all 3 of them are close enough it can tell you if it's too hot or too cold for a baby. There's one important feature that only the Infant Optics monitor has, and to me this might be a reason to choose it just for this, and that is active noise cancellation. So I turned on white noise in the bedroom, and this is what it sounds like. So if you don't have noise cancellation, that's what you're going to be listening to all night. So let me turn on noise cancellation and show you what it sounds like then. You can hear that the noise cancellation reduces the sound dramatically, and that was very loud white noise going on in the room. All 3 of these baby monitors allow you to connect up to 4 cameras, and all of them will scroll through all of the cameras, and BabySense has a special feature that the other 2 don't have. BabySense is the only one where you can take 2 cameras and have a split screen, so you can see both of them the whole time. That is one reason a lot of people really like the BabySense monitor. If you are using multiple monitors, one thing to keep in mind with the Infant Optics is that noise reduction does not really work when you have 2 cameras. It will scroll through the 2 cameras, and the noise reduction will turn off each time it switches. The BabySense does have one other feature that the other ones don't have, and that is a night light. That's what this button up here does, and you can turn it on low, medium, and high, or you can choose the color, and you can even make it go through rainbow colors. I honestly don't know why you would want to do that. I think the nightlight could be useful if you wanted to use it as just a small light when you went in to do a diaper change, but personally, I wouldn't be leaving on a nightlight like this all the time. BabySense also has the ability to play sounds. You can play some various lullabies. The problem is you can hear it just as loud through the parent unit as you can on the baby side, and I don't know how you could hear anything over this. There are 5 lullabies, and then there is a white noise option. But it sounds pretty terrible to me, and I'd rather use something else for white noise. Hello Baby also has a lullaby option, similar to the BabySense. Oddly though, this Ocean is the closest thing it has to white noise. As far as mounting, all 3 of them do come with mounting hardware to put it in the wall. I probably would not trust the drywall anchor that comes with any of them. I would go to a hardware store and get a better drywall anchor, especially if you're hanging it over your baby's head. You want that to be secure. But I wanted to show you what the mounting options are. On the Baby Sense, you do have this screw mount that you can use with the hardware that's included in it. Or you have this mount here that I was very excited to see. That is a standard photographic tripod mount. So you can mount this to any tripod that's used for cameras. So I love that that gives you a lot of options because you can use this hole for any baby monitor mount and this hole for any camera mount. On Hello Baby, they only have their proprietary mount system. They do include a little plastic piece they can use for mounting it to the wall, but this is not gonna work with any baby monitor mount unless you get an adapter piece. There are adapters available though. On Infant Optics, it has the hole that you can use to mount it with the screw that came with it, or this is the same hole that you would use for any universal baby monitor mount. So now you've heard all the details about my testing. What would I recommend? As I mentioned in the beginning, I would recommend the Infant Optics DXR8 Pro for almost anyone because it's very high quality, but it's not cheap. And I was a little bit disappointed in the range. I think the range would be fine for most people, but if you buy it and you have a larger house or big thick walls, you might want to be prepared to return it if it doesn't reach where you need it to. If you're on a budget, I think the Hello Baby monitor is a really solid choice. It's less than half the price of the Infant Optics, and I really think it does the job well for most of what anybody's gonna need. The Baby Sense monitor is a great option if you like that split screen for 2 cameras. It's also a really high quality baby monitor and it has really good range. In my testing, the range was much better than the Infant Optics. I'll include links to all 3 baby monitors below, and I will earn a commission if you use my links. And if you like this video, please subscribe. I'm trying to build this new channel and I'd love to have you along for the ride.